So interest rates have gone up about 0.25%. And I don't see that as being, obviously consumer confidence in the Calgary real estate market is important, but the sky is far from falling. Anybody that understands historic rates, I mean, we were sitting at the same sort of pricing levels, just slightly lower than we are now in 2007. And we had, I remember my mortgage at that time was 6.15%. So you guys knowing as a self-employed person, I was making my payments, doing my thing, and then that was right before the crash, but just keep in mind that the affordability rate now is still huge. Unbelievable. And every article that we're reading is the recession is behind us. Things are happening, things are changing. So it's a good thing to have, keep in mind perspective when thinking about interest rates.
Well, and the other thing about interest rates too is the three chief economists for the biggest bank, for the three biggest Canadian banks, have all said that they expect to see interest rates rise again. I think that the Bank of Canada is going to be making their next announcement for interest rates on September 6th, so pretty quick. And there's an expectation that they're going to go up again.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of concern over that. But, and obviously like Alberta is, and we're still, compared to the national average, surprisingly Albertans are still actually doing quite well. But from an economic perspective federally, that only happens because our economy is doing well and they think that it's going to keep doing well. So
that's right.
Even if that happens, it's a bit of a sign of good things.
There's no question that people who are on the edge of qualifying, this will take them, have to wait a little bit more to save a bit more of a down payment. But keep in mind that overall, it's good signs that we're coming out of this hole. Yeah. What we're seeing in the rest of the market, obviously, is we're seeing that the amount of listings are climbing. Beautiful summer days. Some buyers are on vacation, which is going to affect our months of inventory, putting upward pressure on them, making sure that, or making it look like the market is slowing a little bit, which it is. But again, you track this seasonally, and we're coming out of the busy time, going to a bit of a slower pace, but all the numbers are still looking pretty balanced out there. So let's take a look at the hard numbers here. The price of oil is up, or actually down on our slide, up on my sheet here. So keep in mind that we pull these slides every single week. But we have it where it is sitting at 45.62, and I'll tell you as of this morning, it's a clip 46 on speculation that OPEC is going to create even more oil or decisions regarding reducing the production of oil. They're trying to work through that, and specifically trying to get the U.S. to work with them to get rid of some of the supply glut. But it is sitting at 45.62. The Canadian dollar is rallying because of the interest rates and the stability of the economy overall. So that is sitting at 0.7974 cents U.S.
Number of listings, like Lindsey mentioned, they are up 161 this week to 6,967. Red Deer listings are also up a huge amount comparatively, and that's 893 versus 751, so up 142 listings. Just a huge percentage.
And as for the months of inventory, we are looking at red across the board again. That's because listings are up and sales just haven't followed quite yet. So we're sitting at 3.79, which is a balanced market overall. For single-family homes or detached homes there, specifically detached homes, what we're looking at with this number, it is 2.88 months of inventory. Remember, a seller's market's at 2.5, so this is just slightly into a balanced market. And condos, we're seeing up by about 0.45, sitting at 5.94. Obviously, we haven't seen the glut of condominium inventory come down at all yet.
In Okotoks, we are at 4.2, Airdrie 4.53, Cochrane 3.84, Strathmore 5.87, Sundre 15.29, Chestermere recently added 6.78 months of inventory, and Red Deer at 6.57. And our benchmark price is at $441,500.
Now, just an article that was in the Herald, it was talking, this is last week, I believe on Thursday or Wednesday, it was talking about the Canadian census data, the Calgary census data, and what was happening there was that they are noticing a glut of inventory, and specifically saying that the vacancy rate in Calgary right now is about the mid-4s. Right. And so, I mean, remember when Nenshi was doing a big rally back in 2014, saying that, the vacancy is almost zero. Now it's just over 4.5%. So that's actually historically high for the last 20 years. Except immediately they're just like, but all the economic signs, the recession is behind us. We expect that to come back down as migration, net migration increases in Calgary. So, so good signs overall, but we're going to kind of watch the numbers continue to do this, especially as we come into the seasonality where the buyers start to fall a little bit. We do expect a bit of an uptick come September.
Cool.